I don't know if I don't know if you guys been following this stuff with Chase and Andrews and the guy Jay what's his name, Joshua. I guess it's one against another and stuff. Lease pro lease program versus lease program versus own operating and stuff. And so I guess I've been checking into that guy's situation, but it's to say a lot. His situation represents a lot of. All right, brother Watkins, what's going on? Uh, his situation and stuff, talking about the brother Joshua, um, is a representation of a lot of people that are in or were in the lease purchase program. And so, um, I guess since we got a breakdown and stuff, let me give more clarity of what, Brother Joshua could do to help his situation and also to help many others, guys. I seen, shout out to the Wright brother and stuff too, guys. Wright brother, he was speaking about, he was speaking generally about the same, well, not this brother's situation, but particularly his situation where he transitioned from being in a lease truck where he was paying weekly to now where he's paying monthly, when he went to Lone Mountain. So, they gave a breakdown and stuff of two settlements. He signed, Joshua signed his settlement in, and then that other guy and stuff signed his settlement in and stuff. And so, the situation with Joshua is what I tell a lot of people is that if you're getting into the program and you're making money, right? Understand, if you're in a particular situation, like you went to a certain place to get a truck or whatever, you had to put down a substantial sum to get this particular piece of equipment. And so after everything's said and done, you're clearing about $2,300 a week. So if you're in a situation like that, then okay, 23, so that's 46 every 2 weeks. So you figure in 4 months, all right, so you're talking about a little over $9,000 a month. You're looking at about $9,000 a month and stuff. So in 4 months, if you're running consistently, $4,000 a month and stuff, on an average, that will put you around 30. That puts you around 36,000, right? That puts you at 36,000. So, what do you do in that situation there and stuff? You grind for 4 months. Well, the first thing you need to do is get your credit, and you need to get your credit straight. All right, because it's one, two things and stuff that you're trying to purchase equipment because you're with a carrier where you're running consistently and making good money. But now it's time to start clearing up some of that overhead. And so, the reason why you probably had to go to this particular route to get this truck is because your credit ain't straight. So you done ran for 4 months. You've been doing $2,300 consistently. That's $36,000. So $36,000 with that money there and stuff. What you need to do is fix your credit. Okay, fix your credit. Because if you like that particular truck that you're driving, then how you fix your credit, because the next step that you're going to be doing is either one or two things. Either trying to move that truck, the truck that you like, you're trying to move that and put that in the hands of lenders that are not charging you $800 a week. Because what they're going to do and stuff, once you get your credit profile and stuff in order, you're going to go to some lender to say, can they purchase this truck from the place that you're currently leasing from, right? If you like the truck, okay? Or you're going to go get you another truck, particularly just like the one that you have and stuff, brand new, but they can offer you a better rate with your finances. He went that way because he's fresh out of bankruptcy, no one would finance. Well, see, okay, and this is the case right here and stuff. For many people and stuff, they come out of bankruptcy. If you're coming out of bankruptcy, if you are, if you're in the lease purchase program and stuff, and you are, let's see, you still have to factor taxes for $2,300. Okay, now I'm about to cover that, right? I'm about to cover that. All right, now here's the thing. That $2,300 is not profit. That's why you can't factor it. If you're doing $2,300, this is why I say you got to put your money to work. You can't be sitting there just saying, okay, yeah, I got $2,300 and then I'm gonna go out here and start blowing it. Because remember, when you are starting a business, for the first 3 years, you are going to claim a loss, right? Because wherever you go to get some equipment, if the people decide that they're going to call your loan in, so if you go and you purchase a truck for $150,000, if you don't have that and they break it down into increments that you can pay monthly, you're still in the hole in business. So in order for you to pay your taxes, you must first show a profit. You got to show a profit, okay? So if they ever decide to call the loan and stuff, right, you're in the hole. So if you're in the hole, you don't have no money. If you don't have no money, then how can you pay your taxes? Business is a very strenuous process. This is why you don't get out here and start showing that you have a profit, because you don't have one. They break down your increments into 28 days. They break it down into 28 days and stuff of the calendar year, and this is how you make your payments, so on and so forth. But if anybody decides to call your loan in, remember, you're buying a $150,000 truck, your insurance, you see, they break it down in increments every month. But if they decide to say, okay, well, you got to pay it up front. Then where's your profit? If you have to pay the truck up front, where's your profit? Because you're in the negative. Because you purchased something in your business, and in order for you to be profitable, you have to first put yourself in the black. So you got to make your $150,000 back. Okay? You make your $150,000 back, or whatever it is that you purchased. It just so happened that in business, that you have financial institutions that break stuff down, right, where you can pay in increments monthly or weekly, okay? But just because you're making $2,300 is not a profit. That's the problem right there. That's the problem. That's why when you're in a lease program, you don't set up your portfolio. You don't set up your portfolio and stuff until you get most of your startup fees and stuff taken care of. You see, you got fees you got to pay right off the bat. You see, when you're paying for your tags, right? Your company that you lease on with will allow you to pay in increments. But if you go down there to plate your truck, you need all your money up front. They don't take increments. Okay, you got to have that up front. So that's a loss. That means you got to claim that as a loss. So when you claim that in your business, when you file your taxes, they say, well, you know what? Yeah, you did have to pay that first before you pay us. IRS is based upon profit. This is why you always have to keep everything working. You have to keep your money working. You have to keep your credit working. You have to keep your equipment and stuff working, because what you're not trying to do is pay all that money to the IRS, because it's not technically a profit. You're putting it to work for you for things that you already need. That's the benefit of working for yourself as opposed to being an employee. When you're an employee, if they tell you that it's $52,000, then yeah, your finances are pretty much solidified. They go ahead, they'll take their taxes out because you don't have any business expenses. You got to pay your business expenses first before you pay your taxes. Okay, that's how it works. So that's why when you are in a lease program and you're starting out and you have no capital, you have no money, which a lot of us start out with, no money. If you're in a bankruptcy or whatever stuff, you take that money that you are making and you collect it to put it to work for you. You got to put it to work for you. That's why I say, once you get your money, what do? Start fixing your credit. Fix your credit, because that money is going to work for you in your business. You're going to work in your business. So you got 36. So now you got 36,000 over 4 years. Over 4 months, at making 2,300 consistently. Okay. Now you're paying on this truck. Weekly. So you're getting your finances. You're getting your financial portfolio set up so that you can go and get your credit fixed. Right. You go and you get your credit fixed, because you're setting up a portfolio so that the next step you're talking about is purchasing a truck at a fair market value, so that you're not sitting there paying weekly, you're paying monthly. So when your finance people start looking at you and stuff, they can say, well, you know what? Okay, this how much you need down and stuff, and you're not paying an arm and a leg a month, because when they look at your portfolio, they don't want it to be high risk. They don't want it to be high risk. That's the thing about being in this business, is that, man, you can be profitable, but you have to start knocking out some of that overhead. Now, it doesn't, you got a truck that you're paying $3,200 a month for, when in actuality, if you had the truck at fair market value, you're probably paying $2,000 a month. So see, that's a savings of $1,200. So what are you doing with that $1,200 that you're saving? You're putting it into business. You're putting it into business and stuff. That $1,200 you used to have to pay, just because you're high risk. Now that you got your credit and stuff fixed, right? You got the same truck, you got the same brand new truck and stuff, at something that as fair market. And then you have more money and stuff, that you could put away for your business. Okay, instead of having to give it all up and stuff, to the leasing company or whoever. That's what you work on. This is called the sacrifice and stuff, and you have to do it mainly within this first year. That's why when people sit there and stuff, get into these lease programs, it's time to ride and grind. That's it. It ain't talking about going home and spending time and stuff and going on vacations and none of that stuff there. Business is hard, it's difficult, and starting up and stuff, man, is the most difficult part. But that's the part that you're going to always remember about your business, is how you started out. So, starting out is never easy. So when you're making the money, you need to be taking that money and putting it to work and stuff. Find someone that can fix your credit. If you're in a bankruptcy, whatever your financial position is and stuff, right? You're putting the capital, not the money. You're taking that money that you're making and turning it into capital necessary to stimulate your business. Okay? So that's the next step. So once you got your business portfolio and you got your financial portfolio and stuff straight, that's when you can go and start going to financial institutions and saying, hey, you know what? Can you purchase this truck from this place over here? Now, one or two things are going to happen. One or two things are going to happen and stuff. With you saving up your money, and stuff, you're going to go into a financial institution. You're going to get something at a fair market rate, which means you don't have to put a lot of money down in order to get the equipment, or you're buying the equipment that you have and stuff and putting it in the hands of a financial institution that's going to charge you something at a fair rate. So what is the lease company doing? They'll take the loss on a few pieces of equipment. Why? Because it's something that they're not expecting. But if a financial institution is willing to buy the truck at fair market value, then remember what the lease purchase program, what they do is that they'll take the money off this one truck, go out here with that money, go purchase 3 more trucks and stuff, put it on out there, and then find 3 more people that's willing to get into this program. So, that's the understanding of financial literacy. You see, when you got somebody that's willing to buy the equipment, they're going to buy it at a fair market rate. They're not going to sell. They're not going to, the financial people know how to speak the language of the people that are, that they're buying it from. So, yeah, in your contract, it might state that you're going to wind up on $225,000, right? But when the financial institution comes to when they go and they speak on your behalf, right? they're going to get the truck at a fair market value. They might get the truck $50,000, $60,000, $80,000 or whatever. And then that's what you're going to owe and stuff with the little interest that they tack on and stuff, and that's that. They cut the check to the lease company. Now he has $80,000. What is he going to do? He's going to go out there, buy him a few more trucks, and he's going to multiply and stuff, right? But because he's not expecting somebody to come in and just, buy a piece of equipment straight off the cuff, because their business is to increase people coming to them and leasing equipment. They're talking about $10,000 a hit. So yeah, he'll take the loss on the truck, where he's expecting to make $200,000 or so, right? He's expecting to make $200,000 off this one truck right here. The bank done bought it for $80,000 or whatever, so he's going to take that 80 grand and stuff and go and buy him 3 more trucks and stuff like that. And so now he increased his fold, right? To 750,000. 750,000 and stuff, because hey, people are gonna go in there and they're gonna lease those trucks. Now that you have this knowledge, this is what they do. They speak on your behalf to go and purchase this equipment if that's what you want, right? Now, let's just say he doesn't budge. Okay, well, there are plenty of other places out here that sell trucks at fair market value all day long. So you go out there, you find the exact same truck with the exact same specification, and then you get in that, and you have to start over. But that's the thing about business, hey, sometimes we gotta in order to make money, you gotta lose money, but you're not really losing if you're putting yourself into a position to where your overhead and stuff, right, is being eliminated, where your extreme overhead is being eliminated, and you're now having something that's livable. Okay, you're having something that's livable. So now business isn't so hard and stuff to operate, because now you're operating it at fair market value. You're not getting beat up and stuff, with the truck. You're not getting beat up with the insurance and all this other stuff, that comes with it. So, okay, you got that straight. Now you got your truck. You understand that you're in a business, you're leased on with the company, or you're doing business to a point to where your money is coming in consistently. That means that now you got more money and stuff that's coming to you because you eliminated some of that extreme overhead that you had at first. So you stand on top of your payments and stuff like that, right? So you got this extra income that's coming in. So what do now? You take that money and start putting it to work. You put it to work for you. What does that mean? That you start upgrading some of the things and stuff that you're doing in business, okay? Well, hey, listen, I need a few, a lot of people want to talk about being fleet owners, right? So you got to get into that mentality of understanding that eventually all these responsibilities are going to be on you, okay? Not on the company. So, okay, let's start looking at purchasing some fuel cards, right? And getting that line of credit up. So that, in the end, you want everything working for you. Whatever you purchase, it's working for you, because in this lease program, if it can't do anything for your credit, it ain't gonna do anything to your credit, right? So, you might stay in this program and stuff and purchase this truck, but what has it done for your credit score? It hasn't done anything. It does something for the lease program, for the people that you lease from and stuff, but it hasn't done anything for you. They recognize that, well, yeah, hey, you went through this program and you purchased a truck because you got comfortable. You somehow survived it, and they're looking in disbelief like, wow, man, dude, I thought you were gonna give up and stuff, after a certain amount of time or whatever, you figure out, you figure out the jig is up. This is why a lot of people don't go through, it's very few people that finish lease programs and stuff, and when they do, they say that, well, if I had to do it again, I probably wouldn't. I would do things a lot differently, because, you understand, as you keep things going inside the business, you get a better understanding about financial literacy, and you say, well, you know what? This is where I went wrong right here and stuff, right? And had I focused on this, and put time, energy, and resource into that, I could have been in a better place. But, I understand it now. But, had I learned this 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I could have been up ahead of the game and stuff, that far. Instead of putting all this money into something and then, it's not having no type of return and stuff in the end. So that's the thing there and stuff, when you getting started, it's always the hardest and stuff, I'm gonna tell you, a real good movie to kind of sum things up about business is, it's a movie called There Will Be Blood. There Will Be Blood and stuff. It's the actor Daniel Day-Lewis. It's kind of on the independent side. It's not a very entertaining movie. Even though he's a good actor, but if you want to get an aspect about how business and stuff work, then watch that movie right there. Because he's very cold, he's very calculated in that movie. And then, some of the situations that come up, that can be relatable in a real life scenario, even in this time here and stuff, even though, it's projected back, during the Western times or whatever. But it's a real good movie, It's a real good movie and stuff, man, to get an understanding about business. He starts out with very little. He trusts no one. And stuff. And then some of the things he used to his advantage to get his business and stuff up. That's what business is about. You use certain things and stuff to your advantage. Some people that project themselves and stuff as family members, they might come up and try to deviate you or whatever, that sort of thing there. Sometimes you got some backroom deals that people might come up with and stuff. Certain things you might have to do and you might have to project yourself as, but if it's to give you an advantage in business, then, and it's a sure shot thing, right, then that's what you go towards. But yeah, I really encourage people to watch that movie. There Will Be Blood. And like I said, it's not a very entertaining movie, but it is something of enlightenment if you're looking to see what the business world and stuff is about. So, but that's the thing there and stuff. I just tell, and it's not, like I said, whether it's Brother Joshua or just anybody in general, it's that our situations and stuff, are unique, some of us, and then some of us are, collectively the same, but, the thing is, you take advantage of the situation that you're in to better yourself, but not to a position to be comfortable or not to a position where you're talking about bragging. That comes later. That comes later and stuff, but, people who paid their dues, right? People who paid their dues, it's best to learn, them are the best people and stuff to learn from. You might not agree with everything that they do or everything that they say and stuff, but you can take tidbits from it and say, well, okay, I would take this and I would do things a little bit differently, if I was in that position there and stuff, But people who paid their dues, right? You got to give respect where respect is due. They paid their dues, that's why they can cruise. Which brings me to another thing about, the area of confusion is that as business progress, right? As business progress and stuff, like, right now you might start out, you might get a truck like a Freightliner Cascadia or, International Pro Star and stuff like that, and you sit there and you work it, you pay it off and stuff, you hook it up, but then, you kind of look and you kind of wonder and say, well, I kind of looking at the W900, I'm looking at the Peterbilt and stuff like that. It's just like how it is with cars. You start out with a standard car. Hey, listen, I'm blessed to have a vehicle that can take me, back and forth and stuff like that. But over time, as business progress and your financials and stuff are in a position to where you are profitable, you start looking at cars like BMWs, Mercedes, Cadillacs, luxury vehicles and stuff. And so, trucking is no different. It's a better quality equipment. And so, in my current state and stuff, I was speaking to a bank, and I was speaking to a bank and stuff. I forgot that guy's name that sent me that link. If I see him message me and stuff, I'll give him a shout out. But he was telling me about this place called Ohio Truck Sales that they specialize in buying Peterbilts, 379, long hoods and stuff, 379s and Kenworth W900s. And so I was looking at the price ranges and stuff like that, and looking at some of the specifications of it. I said, I was kind of breaking down and stuff and saying, well, I might go ahead and give it a try, because as you know, I was supposed to get one from Lone Mountain and stuff like that, but I was looking in that direction there and stuff because they got a collection of them and stuff like that. And I mean, I understand, the auction, that's an option right there and stuff, but it's just the number for transaxle. You know what? Yeah, but hey, listen, message that to me. Go in there, get my personal information and text me, and text that information to me, because hey, and stay up here because I got some more questions I need to ask too. But I was looking at Ohio Truck Sales and stuff. I sat there, filled the application out, and I just told it, okay, you on break? Okay, all right, good. I went on ahead and told the guys, I said, man, listen, I got 75, I got 75%. I'm gonna put down 75%. Y'all just finance the other 25%. We'll just call it a day. And he heard that and stuff, man. He got my information, jumped out the phone so fast, and I mean, the finance company that they deal with, I mean, saying, hey, look, they just called me real quick. Hey, what equipment are you looking at? I'm like, no, not really, but they all kind of price. Most of the equipment they have is priced about the same, about $54,000, between 54 and 57. So, and I was just thinking, man, I'm like, shoot, either I'm gonna give me a Peterbilt 379 or a Kenworth W900. It's a thought, but then I got to thinking too. I'm like, well, I don't want a C15. I don't want another C15 twin turbo. And if you're messing with a 379 or W900 and stuff, that's the more popular engine. That's the more popular engine and stuff. I mean, every now and again you might run into a ISX. You might get an ISX and stuff. In a W9 or maybe in the W9, but in a Peterbilt and stuff, it's not likely. It's unless you get an older, if you get an older truck and stuff. But that was the other thing too that's kind of got me. Let's see, my 60 series is a good engine. These these DD15s and stuff, man, they real good. They real good motors. It's just, I don't know. Sometimes you just got a taste for a Cadillac, a Mercedes Benz or something like that. When you've been in the business as long as I have and stuff, right? You just, you kind of want what you want, and that's the thing. There's no shots against these trucks here and stuff. I think all trucks are good. It's just, it blew up. You had 11. Well, what happened to it? And how many miles and stuff you had on it before that happened? Cause let me show you something right quick. it's getting around that time, you know. It's getting around that time and everything and stuff, man. You know, I just put 800,000 on this thing. I'm like, man, you know, it's running fine and stuff like that. You know, it's running fine. I ain't got no knocking or none of that stuff. Let's see. You had an internal coolant leak, 806,000, and it had surgery. So what, you put a hole in the block, or? Cause that sounds like a head gasket issue. Cause I mean, I don't know, like with mine, if it happens, if mine happens before the year's up and stuff, then I just know I'm gonna go rebuild. I'm just get it rebuilt and be done with. Then I'm gonna really be stuck with the truck. Then I'm gonna really be stuck with it. But let's see. Okay, you just bought a new truck and stuff. Okay, all right. Well, all right, I get it. I mean, yeah, okay, yeah. That's what it usually is. That, you know, if you have a coolant issue and stuff, if you have a coolant issue, then yeah, it's usually the head gasket. But if the head gasket go, then you might as well go ahead and get it. You might as well go ahead and get it rebuilt and stuff, and just be done with it, cause they wanted 23. They wanted 23. Yeah, I would have paid that. That's me though. That's me. I would have paid it. Yep, I would have paid it, kept it moving and stuff, man. You know, cause for me to sit the truck and then sell it and stuff like that, I know I wouldn't get it. I mean, just like right now, you know, I ain't getting anything for the truck now and stuff. And so, yeah, 23 on the DD15. Yeah, I would have. Me personally, I mean, but like I said, you know, to each his own. You know, it's just, oh, it's a lease truck. Okay, gotcha. All right, well, yeah, I get. All right, I get it then. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I get it. You know, like I said, in my situation, you know, me, yeah, I would have paid it and just been done with it. You know, cause some stuff you can kind of get away with. You know, if it's, you know, if the head gasket, you know, the head gasket go, if the head gasket go and stuff, then, you know, you depending on how much damage and stuff is done, cause usually already bought a rebuild kit for the. Okay, well, yeah, all right. I mean, I get it. You know, I get it. It's just, yeah, them head gaskets, they kind of tricky. Let's see, cost you $2,200. Yeah, the kits don't. You know, the rebuild kits don't cost you much. The rebuild kits don't cost you much. It's the you know, it's the labor, and then again, it just depends on who you take it to, cause I know, you know, I know I'm not taking it mine to Freightliner or even Detroit. I ain't doing that. You know, I'll find some other shop and stuff like that. You know, that's, like I said, that's just me. But yeah, you know, the head gasket, you can kind of get away with it. Just depends on how much damage was done to the coolant. You know, it depends on how much coolant went down the piston. Let's see, I didn't get a dirty broke video yesterday. Yeah, Asian my, yeah, I heard. Yeah, let's see, does your DD15 have a coolant filter? If so, how many miles before you change it? Yeah, it does have a coolant filter on it, but the thing is, They changed them to where the new coolant filters, once you change them, you shouldn't have to change them anymore. So it all depends. If you got the old one, if you got the old coolant filter and stuff, then once you change it with the new ones that they have now, then you don't have to change it anymore. So I would just check and make sure and stuff that you I would check and make sure and stuff that you got, you got the new one. And a real good way to tell whether you got the old filter is look at your your EGR actuator. Yeah, look at your EGR actuator. Hey Brandon, hey, go on my page. I tell you what, I'll give you. Yeah, just go on my page and stuff. My number's up there. You know what? Screw it. It's my number is 252. Now you know what? Then I be getting a bunch of phone calls from a bunch of strange people. Yeah, just go on the personal page. Go on the personal page and my YouTube page, and my number's up there. Cause I mean, hey, when Transaxle did your transmission, did you get the whole thing rebuilt, or you just got? Oh, you got to find out what it. Yeah. Did you get the whole thing rebuilt, or did you go to the they just fixed whatever part and stuff you needed fixed, and that was that. Oh, you got it swapped. Okay, yeah, all right. No wonder it was $6,000 then. Okay, yeah. Yeah, no wonder. They just pulled yours off the shelf, and okay, yeah, all right. Took yours out, put the new one in and stuff, and no wonder it took 2 days. I just want them to fix my 3 and 7, Let's see. Hold on, what you say? What did you mean by getting a business portfolio and a financial portfolio? Okay, business. All right, first thing is a financial portfolio, which is basically, it's just you. Okay, you got it now. Okay, all right. A financial portfolio is just you putting together some numbers. You putting together some numbers and stuff, and you getting with some individuals about what you need in order to get certain things and stuff going. Like, well, people want a truck, right? You want a truck. So, when you setting up a financial portfolio, you're getting your credit straight first. You're fixing your credit so that they can get all whatever nonsense that they can take off your credit, they can take that off. Because what you're trying to do is you're trying to get your score up and stuff, and credit repair people, the only thing that they do, they repair it to a point to where if somebody's looking at it, then they're saying, okay, well, yeah, you got what you need and stuff in order to get something at fair market value. So your financial portfolio is saying, okay, this is where I want to be with the truck. This how much money and stuff I need to put away. This how much I want to be paying a month for my truck, for my insurance, that sort of thing there and stuff, Financial portfolios about where is it you trying to be and stuff with the capital that you have, and how much you're going to be paying every month for whatever it is that you need to get. Your truck, your insurance, your medical insurance, life insurance, anything that consists on your business side, right? You're trying to get that financial portfolio straight first. Because once you get that straight and you know where your finances and stuff are, then you go into the next step, which is setting up your business portfolio. Because once your finances and stuff is straight and you got everything that you need, all right, Mr. Willis, what's going on? Once you got everything that you need from your financial side, that's what's going to determine how much you're going to be paying in taxes and stuff like that. Once you got everything on your business on the up and up, and you got all your startup fees and stuff taken care of, you got your credit where it needs to be, you got your escrow, you got your escrows put away and stuff like that. You know what your fees are going to be weekly, monthly, quarterly. You know where your money is standing at. And so when you know where your money is standing up, that's when you set up your business portfolio. And your business portfolio consists of what you're trying to do and stuff, as far as like where you're trying to run consistently, to make your money. What you're going to be doing in business, like, okay, am I going to be doing dry van, reefer? Am I going to be having a compilation of everything? Am I going to be running this season and then switch to that this season? That sort of thing there. Understanding where your contracts and stuff are. Your contracts and your contacts. Okay? That sort of thing, that stuff there. So whenever you need something, you know who to call, when to call them. You know who to call, when to call to get certain things and stuff taken care of to keep business and stuff rolling. That's your business portfolio. When you got those two things and stuff, guys, when you got those two things there and stuff running in tandem with each other, that's when you can start saying, okay, I'm going to start running me a fleet. I'm going to run me a fleet. That's what's going to determine whether you're going to need a big office or a small office. It's going to determine how many trucks you're going to need, how many trailers you're going to need, what type of staff and this stuff that you're going to have to take care of certain businesses and stuff. Right now you just need a CPA for yourself. But you're talking about bringing on some people and stuff like that, employing people. Now you need an agency, or you might just need to hire somebody in-house to take care of all the taxes and stuff, your in-house stuff, as the money start coming in, cause when you move towards your own independence, you're going to need those certain things. Am I going to be hiring out staff, to outsource certain things, or are they going to all be in-house that I pay them every hour and stuff, I pay them by the hour to take care of things and stuff for me. Your credit is where it need to be at and stuff like that. So you got a big line of credit. So you you got your contracts and stuff that's coming in, and they're saying that, well, hey man, listen, I got this lane right here, and I'm gonna need 5 trucks. Okay, well, you need 5 trucks. You can't be talking about, oh, I'm gonna go down here to the International or Kenworth and talk to them about getting 5 trucks and stuff, because you might need them 5 trucks and them 5 trailers right then. So you might need to go somewhere right now where they got those trucks available. So you say, well, let me go over here to Penske, let me go over here to Ryder, and get that sort of thing and stuff there, because you need to know what kind of staff you're gonna have. Like, okay, you want somebody, as far as your business, the type of people that's gonna be working for you. Of course, they ain't gonna drive a truck like you. They're not gonna be watching fuel mileage and all the other stuff there. So you're gonna have to need a fleet manager. So what kind of fleet manager you gonna need? Somebody that's in-house, or you're gonna need somebody out, you're gonna need outsourcing and stuff, So that's when you look at your Penske and your Riders and stuff like that. They talking about, well, we're gonna bring the truck up to specification, and as long as the truck is set up like this how much money that you're gonna be saving in fuel costs and PM costs and all that other stuff there. Well, of course they're gonna be taking care of your PMs and stuff for you, because you might not be big enough to where you can hire some good mechanics. You got a shop, but you put it out there and stuff, you're trying to hire some techs, and the techs, they coming in, they saying, well, hey, listen, now I can work for you part-time and you need somebody full-time. So until you get those full-time positions, hey, well, the route I need to go to is going to Ryder or Penske or some rental company that does full maintenance. So I ain't got to worry about a tech right now, because I don't have them. Same thing with your trailers. Your business portfolio and stuff, it's gonna get big. It's gonna get big the more you stay in it. But you start with the basic stuff. Finance first. Get your finances and stuff straight. Know where your money's coming from, how consistently it's coming. If it's something temporary, if it's something permanent. you know, and you don't get comfortable, especially if you're leasing. Even if you are in a partnership and things and stuff are going good in business, get the money, get it while you can, get what you can while you can for as long as you can, but don't get comfortable. Always have something sitting in the back pocket saying, well, you know what, if this don't work out, let me move on over here. But you can get your finances and your business portfolio started no matter where you are. But the thing is that you got to do it. You got to put the hard work and stuff in to get that stuff done, to know where you stand. See, that's when you're taking business seriously. You're taking business seriously, then you know you're going to be in business for a very long time. But you know, if you're just joking around and stuff and it's just something to do and you got a company driver mentality and stuff, then you know, you're just playing games and stuff. And then sooner or later, you know, stuff just going to dry up and it's going to come as a surprise and stuff, like a lot of lease drivers and stuff do. They get over here, they get in them companies, and all of a sudden, they got all these positions, training, and, you know, they training people and all this other stuff. Then they get in one fallout with their dispatcher, and then you just like Hector. I got $300,000 in the truck, and then you got to give the keys back. You ain't got no money, you ain't got enough money to get home. They got to rent you a car and stuff because you played in business.